There's no denying it, watching Bluey grow and evolve throughout the episodes is absolutely fascinating. But have you ever stopped to think about all the different stages of life this little blue pup has gone through to win over so many fans? After learning to walk at around 1 year old, Bluey quickly got the hang of it and started running and exploring every corner of the house. Over time, she developed her skills, and when she turned 2, something very special happened. Bingo was born. It was a huge milestone for the Healer family. From that moment on, Bluey was no longer the only pup in the house, she became a big sister. Of course, like any little kid, she probably doesn't remember many details from that time, but there's no doubt that her life changed completely. Even when she was just a toddler, Bluey was already spending time with some of her future school friends, thanks to the gatherings that Chili attended. It was common to see her interacting with Judo, Snickers, and Coco, which helped these friendships grow even stronger from an early age. By the time she turned 4, Bluey started school, where she made new friends and met classmates who would become some of her closest buddies, like Chloe, Honey, Indy, and Rusty. Around the same time, Muffin was born, making Bluey and Bingo first-time cousins. And, of course, as she and her sister grew up, more kids joined their school group, like Mackenzie, who came from New Zealand, and the Terriers, who arrived straight from Scotland. All these friends played a huge role in shaping Bluey's childhood in a special way. And so, Bluey kept growing, learning new things, and getting even smarter until she reached the stage we see in the very first episode of the series, 6 years old, full of energy and creativity. Today, we're taking you on an exciting journey through Bluey's growth, from when she was just an adorable little baby to the moment she becomes an adult and has a pup of her own. So come along with us as we dive deeper into the amazing world of Bluey. Among all the episodes of Bluey, one of the most special ones is Baby Race because it gives us a glimpse of what Bluey was like when she was still an adorable little baby. Even as a baby, Bluey was already full of charm. Even her little diaper was cute, well, at least when it was clean, right? Like any baby, Bluey loved exploring her surroundings, drooling on the floor, and playing with whatever she could get her paws on. But the most interesting part is that, despite being a typical baby in many ways, she had some unique traits. While most babies her age could already sit up on their own, Bluey was still figuring it out. And while Judo was already crawling all over the house, our little blue pup was still getting the hang of it. Before she even started crawling, Bluey found her own special way of moving around. She began rolling across the floor to get to her mom. Then, when she finally started crawling, she did it in a very peculiar way. While other babies moved forward, she crawled backward, like she was reversing. While Judo was already standing up and holding onto furniture, Bluey was still crawling in reverse. Until one day, something incredible happened. While she was crawling backward in the Healer's kitchen, she not only stood up for the first time but also took her very first steps, straight toward her mom, the person she loved most in the world. During this phase, Bluey slept in the crib that was set up in a different room of the Healer house, which later became Bingo's crib as well. After she got a little older, she finally moved into her own room, which is how we see it in the show today. And if you also think baby Bluey is super adorable, drop a comment below saying baby. At 6 years old, Bluey goes through many experiences that help her grow and learn new things. One of the most important skills she develops is understanding how to respect adults' space during conversations. We can see this in the episode Horsey Ride, where she tries to join in but realizes she needs to wait her turn. Another big lesson during this phase is understanding that life isn't just about fun and games. This becomes clear when her younger sister, Bingo, has to go to the hospital because she's sick. The family decides to record a little video to cheer her up, showing just how much they all care about her. On top of that, Bluey faces a difficult moment when she tries to help a small injured budgie near a tree. She and her dad, Bandit, do everything they can to save the little bird, taking it to the vet. But sadly, it doesn't survive, even though it wasn't her pet. Bluey is deeply saddened, learning more about loss and the fragility of life. But of course, it's not all tough moments. At 6 years old, Bluey also becomes an active athlete and starts practicing sports. One of the sports she learns is karate, and with a lot of effort, she moves up from a white belt to a yellow belt, showing her dedication and discipline. Besides karate, Bluey also excels at swimming, becoming a great swimmer. Her skills are recognized in a competition where she wins a silver medal for second place. This achievement is even featured on her 7th birthday invitation, marking one of the most important moments of this stage in her life. At this age, she also makes new friends who make her journey even more exciting. Jack and Pretzel join Calypso's school, and Bluey quickly bonds with them. She also meets Mia, an older girl, expanding her social circle even further and learning new ways to connect with others. And to wrap up this cycle of changes and discoveries, when she turns 7, Bluey experiences a very special milestone, riding in the front seat of the car for the first time. This moment happens in the episode The Sign, where, besides this new experience, she also has another unforgettable moment, being a flower girl at a wedding alongside Bingo, Muffin, and Socks. These moments shaped Bluey's childhood, preparing her for new challenges and lessons in the next stage of her life. Teenage years are full of discoveries and changes, and it won't be any different for Bluey. When we first see her older in the episode Camping, we can already tell that a lot has changed. As a kid, she formed an incredible friendship with Jean-Luc, a pup who spoke a different language, but that was never an obstacle for them to play and have fun together the entire weekend. Now, years later, when she meets him again, Bluey is at an age where she starts to understand more about emotions and even about love. But does Jean-Luc still hold a special place in her heart? Or maybe it's Mackenzie, the pup she's always had a strong connection with since she was little? That's one of those mysteries that Bluey fans would love to see solved in the future. If I had to pick a favorite, I'd bet on Mackenzie because they make such a great duo. But what about you? Who do you root for? Besides all these emotions, this phase will bring some big challenges for Bluey. This is the age when many kids change schools, and she'll probably have to leave Calypso's school to start high school. Will all of her friends be there with her? Or will they go separate ways? In fact, this kind of transition has already been addressed in the show before. In the episode Barky Boats, Mia and Captain go through a similar phase. They start developing feelings for each other, showing how these moments in life bring so many emotional discoveries. Bluey's teenage years promise to be full of unforgettable moments, and we can't wait to see how this journey unfolds. And before we talk about Bluey's adult life, make sure to hit the subscribe button below to join our Bluey fan community. Since she was a pup, we've followed Bluey growing up and learning new lessons from her family and friends. But what happens when she finally becomes an adult? What does the future hold for this beloved blue healer? In the episode Surprise, a subtle detail on the wall of the healer family's home revealed a significant moment in Bluey's life, her graduation. The image suggests that not only has she grown up, but she also pursued an academic path and completed her studies. But what comes after graduation? Adulthood is full of big decisions, and Bluey will have to choose which career to pursue. With so many options, from art to veterinary medicine, how will she find her true calling? And as hinted at in the same episode, motherhood also becomes part of the picture. During a conversation with Chili, Bluey wonders if she'll ever have kids of her own, while Bingo happily plays pretend as a mother of 4 imaginary babies. These small moments might be clues about what Bluey's future could look like. But the biggest twist comes at the end of this very episode. In a heartwarming moment, we see an adult Bluey arriving by car at the house where she grew up. And the most surprising part? She's not alone. Bluey now has a pup of her own, who excitedly runs after Grandpa Bandit, just like she did when she was little. But who is this pup's father? While the show hasn't revealed it directly, fans quickly notice something interesting. The little pup's appearance strongly resembles Mackenzie, but with blue and purple hues inherited from Bluey. If this is true, we might be witnessing the fulfillment of Winton's old prophecy. He once claimed that Bluey and Mackenzie would end up together. On top of that, years earlier, Calypso told a story with powerful symbolism. During a pretend boat game, the wooden pieces representing Bluey and Mackenzie gently drifted toward each other at the end. Could this have been a hint that they would really be together in the future? If this theory is confirmed in the next season, we may get to see more of this love story that started back on the playground and eventually led to the formation of a new family. And who knows what else we'll discover about Bluey's adult life. This story completes the journey of our blue healer, from her adventurous childhood to adulthood, where she now has a family of her own. We've watched Bluey grow and evolve through the years, and since we know you love Bluey theories and hidden details, we've got 2 more videos for you to check out. Just click on the one you like and keep the fun going.